Here is a number with a trapdoor under it. As of April, 37 million people were receiving food assistance through SNAP. The year before, the monthly average was 42 million. More than 4 million people are estimated to have come off the program between last July and April, and the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities puts the national decline at 11%. Now the part that should stop you. The provisions that cut deepest have not taken effect yet. One piece of housekeeping before I build anything on those figures, because I would rather hand you the seam than paper over it. NPR's report does not print a July 2025 participation number anywhere. That means the more than 4 million estimate cannot be rebuilt from the numbers on that page. The direction is not in question. Every count runs the same way. The precision is not mine to hand you, so I am not going to pretend it is. I will use what the page prints, and nothing I had to invent. So, what changed? The One Big, Beautiful Bill Act. Adults now have to document at least 80 hours a month of work or volunteering to keep their benefits, and the requirement reaches people who used to be exempt from it. Veterans, homeless individuals, young adults aging out of foster care, parents with a child between 14 and 17, people between 55 and 64. A separate provision stripped federal food aid eligibility from refugees, people seeking asylum, and victims of domestic abuse or trafficking. Read that list twice, because somebody wrote it on purpose. And here's the thing about an 80-hour rule. It does not enforce itself. Somebody has to prove the hours, and somebody at a state agency has to receive that proof, read it, and act on it. Katie Berg is a senior policy analyst at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, and this is what that machinery looks like from the household end. People are calling, and they can't get through to anyone, she says, or they're being asked for more and more and more documentation of every aspect of their lives, and maybe they don't have a way to document everything. Nobody in that sentence was found ineligible. They were found unreachable. Who is on the other side of that phone line? Researchers looked at 19 states that broke out data on children. In those states alone, over 1 million kids have lost food benefits since last July. 19 states. The national number is higher and nobody has published it. Then look at Arizona, where enrollment is about half the size it was a year ago, over 400,000 fewer participants. The Arizona Food Bank Network reports that for the first time, there are more Arizonans visiting food banks each month than enrolled in food stamps. The need did not fall. It changed address. Natalie Jaro runs the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona, and she is not describing a local problem. We think of ourselves as the canary in the coal mine, she says. We are showing the rest of the country a really scary scenario. Take her seriously, because the calendar agrees with her. Starting in October 2027, states face penalties if their error rate reaches 6% or higher, and by the center's analysis, almost half of states may each owe $100 million or more. The National Grocers Association estimates nearly $88 billion in lost grocery sales nationwide through 2034, and the Congressional Budget Office scored the work rule alone at 2.4 million fewer people in an average month. So here is the verdict, and it is narrower than the outrage would like. I cannot tell you anybody sat in a room and picked a family to go hungry. I can tell you what the record shows. A rule was written that reaches veterans and foster kids and people in their late 50s. It requires proof that somebody has to receive and process. 4 million people are already gone, over 1 million of them children in 19 states alone, and the penalties that pressure states to trim harder do not even start until October 2027. When the machinery removes people faster than any hearing ever could, the paperwork is the policy. Watch the calendar, not the speeches. I'm Madeline, and this is Pixel Politics.